Hunt for Greatness podcast number 30. We are evacuated to Delaware for a hurricane. I thought hurricane season was over, but it's not. We're in a somewhat of a flood zone on our street. I don't know how that's gonna go. Probably gonna get some flooding on our street, and beach houses are gonna get leveled, most likely. They called a mandatory evacuation of our area, and we came to Delaware. So we are on a mandatory vacation is what we're fitting to call it. We went to a Phillies game last night, and first inning, Bryce Harper goes yard, boy, cracks a yard, and then we get settled in and everything, and then my boy Ryan Zimmerman hits one straight center field. The center fielder's going out. Okay. The center fielder's going out to catch it, and there's what's it, Bank of America? Citizens Bank Stadium in Philly at center field. The field kind of goes to a point, and there's a big bush right back behind center field, and the Philly center fielder goes up over the fence. He probably jumped 4 foot in the air and reaches into the bush trying to get Zimmerman's home run, and barely misses it as the ball goes into the bush. So that was pretty cool to see Zimmerman hit a home run. Ryan Zimmerman is one of my good friends I grew up with, cousin. So I always will like Zimmerman, man. He had a good game last night. I was scared to cheer for anybody on the Nationals, because if you know anything about Phillies fans, they don't take that kind of behavior lightly, and we were surrounded by Phillies fans. Stanton, one of my buddies, Stanton McDovey, said, let's talk about how Trump has FEMA/National Guard set up 3 days before the storm hits. Yeah, thank God. I like that. I like that we're prepared in North Carolina, and I like that people are evacuating. I hate that some people had to stay, man. I don't. Now, I lived through Fran and Floyd, and I think that was like, so I was like, in 96 was one of them, and then 99 was another one. And I remember we slept in the hallway. It seems like we were like wrapped up in sleeping bags, looking like some old tortillas laid up in the hallway. And I remember when the hurricane was coming through. I was probably like 9 years old probably. I remember when the hurricane was coming through, it sounded like a train the entire night. It was like the wind was so strong coming through our house the entire night. And when we got up the next day, there was a huge oak tree toppled over in the back of our yard. And I remember the hole from the roots was like 4 foot deep, and there was like salamanders and grub worms everywhere, dude, just crawling around. It was super weird. There was just brush and just foliage everywhere, and it was like an apocalypse, dude. It was like an apocalypse. And I just talked to somebody from Wilmington, and they said that it's like a ghost town there, and nobody's there, so that's good. I seen some people were staying though. My buddy Justin Simmons is staying. Shout out to Justin Simmons, you're a badass. And he's prepared. He's got a bunch of gasoline, got the boat ready. Said he called the fire departments, gave him his number, gave him his CB channel, and was telling them if they need something to call him. That's what North Carolina's all about, man. North Carolina, when something hits our state, something devastating hits our state, we band together and we get through it, and we help people that are in need, man. And I think that's what makes me proud to be a North Carolinian. I call myself a North Carolinian, though, just in case you were wondering about that. But yeah, shout out to Justin Simmons, dude. You're a badass, dude. If anybody's watching and they're staying in Wilmington, comment on the feed, man. I want to hear what made you decide to stay and ride this thing out. I think what I'm hearing now is that the hurricane went down to a category 2, I believe. Still gonna get a lot of flooding, man. So I'm hoping that that's not terrible. And I hear a lot of the newscasters are saying catastrophic. When you hear newscasters saying catastrophic, it's time to get your little TVs, put them in the truck, get your kids, get your stuffed animals, and get the fuck out. That's what that means when they start saying catastrophic. Name one word that rhymes with catastrophic. I bet you can't do it, because there ain't none. There ain't no words that rhyme with catastrophic, because it's terrible. Okay? But I'll tell you one word that does rhyme with evacuation, and that's ejaculation and vacation. And guess what? We're on a vacation, and I don't feel guilty about it. And when I get back to North Carolina, I'm gonna help whoever needs help, and I'm expecting people to do that for me as well. I think that whenever catastrophic things happen in the United States, it's for me, like, you see the good in people. You don't see people complaining about fucking Nike and Colin Kaepernick, and you got some idiots still saying that Hurricane Florence is Trump's fault, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. But it brings people together, man, and you start seeing the good in people, and you start seeing people not as much focusing on the dumb shit that's going on in the world, man. And that's a good thing. So there are good things that can come out of it. It took us 10 hours to get up here from North Carolina, so the traffic was kind of bad. We left late Tuesday and got here early Wednesday morning, I believe. So that was interesting, getting stuck in traffic. Our windshield wipers were they weren't doing the job, dude. Like, we went through Virginia, and we went through Richmond, and you couldn't see your hand in front of your face, dog. I was scared to death, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I was about to have an anxiety attack, dude. So I can't imagine trying to drive through a hurricane, because this was just like one of those typical storms. Oh man, Theo Vaughn just sent me a message on Instagram. That's cool. Shout out to Theo Vaughn. Yeah, you the man, bro. Here's something that's awesome, dude. Here's something that's awesome. So I called in to, Sarah Wagner, you're smart. Kelly Taylor, what's up? I know you're staying in Carolina Beach. You're a gangster. Let's just put that out there. I know Ricky's there with you. Shout out to Ricky and Kelly Taylor. Y'all are awesome. I got my house. Kelly Taylor actually helped me get my house. So Kelly Taylor, you need some help with anything, you let us know, and we'll be glad to help you. I know the same goes for us. So yeah, I'll be watching your Instagram, or I'll be watching your Facebook, seeing what's going on in Carolina Beach. I think you said you're still on the island, so that's cool, man. But something cool that happened to me, I believe it was Monday, dude. So Mondays suck, bro. Mondays suck sometimes, dude. And so you gotta do something in your life to pick that Monday up, especially if you're on that work life, dude. You gotta do something to pick yourself up, and something for you to look forward to, right? So I called into Theo Vaughn's podcast. It's called This Past Weekend. It's in my Facebook. It's on my Facebook. You can listen to it there. He's hilarious, great comedian. Look up his Netflix special. I can't remember the name of the special, but it's Theo Von. So look up Theo Von on Netflix. You'll laugh your ass off, dude, for a straight hour. Dude is absolutely hilarious. We went and saw him live in Raleigh probably about, I would say, maybe a month ago. And what was it? July 22nd. I don't know how Kimbo Slice remembers that. Okay, so if you see Kim on my podcast, refer to her as Kim Night Shyamalan. Or if you hear a voice, just know that's Kim Night Shyamalan, okay? Anyways, we go see Theo Von. Show's great. Me and all my boysies, we up in the club, right? We up in Good Night's Comedy Club, bro. We're cutting up. We cutting a fool, bro. We're horse playing like a mum, you know what I'm saying? And show's over. Theo comes around to meet us, to meet everybody, right? Mainly to meet us is the vibe I was getting. I was getting that vibe that, like, hey man, I'm here. I gotta talk to all these other people, but I'm mainly here to talk to y'all, right? So we go up to him and we start talking to him, and he's got this championship belt, and it's hanging on his merch booth, right? It's hanging on his merch booth. I'm like, get the belt! Get the fucking belt! And he starts yelling back at me, dude, and we get super hyped, dude, and he grabs the belt, dude, and we bring the belt down, and you look on my Instagram, there's a picture, and we're all holding Theo's belt, right? We're all like in there. We're getting in there. We're in there. And I'm holding Theo's belt, dude. We take the picture, we're fucking telling him how awesome he is and everything, and we turn to walk out, bruh, and I had the belt in my hand, right? The belt was in my hand, and I forgot that I had that man's I had Big Daddy's belt, right? So he's like, hey, where you going with my belt? And I'm like, oh shit, I got this man's belt. What do? I give it back to him. So I turn around and I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry, bro. I got caught up in the moment. And then he, you know, we're good. We walk out, and he's meeting everybody else. You know, all the people that he really didn't care about. It was just us that he cared about. He was meeting all those people. Anyway, so on his podcast, people can leave messages, and he responds to the messages, right? And so I leave him a message that's talking about, dude, I'm sorry I took your belt. I got caught up in the moment. He responded to my message on his podcast. Made my Monday, bro. My Monday was just phenomenal. Excuse me. It was phenomenal because Theo Von put me on his podcast, man. What's with the jewel, bro? Hold on, let me hit this jewel. Hold up. That's that ink jewel, baby. That's that precise V5 ink jewel, son. You can't find no jewels like this, bro. Look at the mouthpiece on that thing, dog. You can't find no jewels like this, bro. You see that jewel, son? That V5, that some bitch ain't a V8, it's a V5, boy. But that's that Thomas Jefferson jewel, boy. That's what they signed the damn Declaration of Independence with, son. Oh yeah, precise. Got that precise V5, boy. But yeah, he put me on his podcast, dude, and it was a great moment in my life, man. Another story. This week's been eventful, man. This is why I had to do a podcast, dude, from Delaware, DE. Anybody watching in Delaware, we out here. We doing podcasts. However many, if you want to do a podcast and you're in Delaware area, hit me up. Let's do it. We can talk. Sunday, I go out. Here's a fishing story for you motherfuckers, right? So I go out fishing in the bays on Sunday, and that's like at the southernmost point of Carolina Beach. It's technically Curie Beach, and it's pronounced Curie Beach. It's not pronounced Curry Beach. Curry is fucking Thai food, bro. You get curry from a Thai restaurant, bro. The beach is not named after Thai food. It is called Curie Beach. Okay? Curie. If you come down to Curie Beach and you say Curry Beach, they don't even let you get a Brits donut, bro. They don't even let you in Brits. If you can't say Curie, they don't let you in Brits donuts, man. So there's a little tidbit of knowledge for y'all right there. If you ever come down to Carolina Beach and you're talking about Curry Beach, you better not say Curry Beach, bro. That ain't the name of it. And let me tell you something else, and I probably shouldn't even say this on Facebook Live, or probably shouldn't tell anybody ever. It's kind of like giving up a fishing spot. But if you go to Britt's Donuts and there's a line, and that line's out the door, you can just go in and you can sit down and they'll serve you donuts. But y'all don't y'all don't tell nobody that. Kelly, I know you know what's up. That's why I'm whispering. That's why I'm whispering. And all you idiots that say Curry Beach, boy, hey, when I go to a Thai restaurant, I get yellow curry. Okay? I don't even call it curry at a Thai place, bro. I'm from North Carolina, dog. Okay? It's called Curry Beach. Curry.
We got it.
I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure y'all get that. But anyway, I'm down in the bays, dude, and I'm fishing. And I think I'm red fishing, right? I got this crazy idea in my mind that these reds are about to... These red drum is... I think it's technically called a channel bass, and it's the state fish. The state fish is a channel bass, okay? But I call them redfish, and some people call them drum, red drum. Anyways, the fish can be this big, and it feels like it's that big. They fight, dude. They hang out in the current, and they get real strong, and they eat crabs, and they eat shrimp. And they'll eat a Slim Jim, dude. If they're hungry enough, you can put a Slim Jim on a hook and throw it out there in a school of redfish. They're gonna eat that Slim Jim, especially the spicy ones now. Or some potted meat, bro. If you got some potted meat and you go out there and or some cat food, dude. If you drill some holes in the top of some cat food and you chunk that thing in the water, dude, redfish are gonna come now. And don't tell them where you heard that from. So I'm out there red fishing in the bays. I'm fishing this creek mouth, right? I'm in this creek mouth. I got fucking 4 rods out, and I got bait on all the rods, right? So I reel in 2 bluefish. They're probably about this big. They're shit fish. I throw them back. So the third time a fish hits, I hand the rod to my buddy. I'm like, yo, reel this in, dude. It's probably a nice sized bluefish, right? So he goes and he starts reeling. And I see the rod bend, and I'm like, oh, he's hung up on something. Gotta be an oyster bed or something. He keeps reeling, and he's like, dude, it's thumping on here. And I'm like, oh shit, might be a big bluefish on here. He gets that fucker up to the boat, dude, and it is like, it's a 3-foot long flounder, dude. It might not have been 3 foot, but it was 3 foot. You know what I'm saying? He reels this doormat up. He goes, whoa, dude, that's a what'd he say? He was like, that's a massive flounder, dude. And I look down and I see this huge spotted doormat, bro. And I'm like, dude. I grab the net real quick. I go to try to net that sucker, dude. He don't fit in my net. The fish is so big, he don't fit in my net. So I had one chance with this fish, dude. I go down to scoop him up with the scoop net, bro. I need a bigger net. The fish don't go in the net. He turns around, snaps my line. Oh yeah, he didn't fit. You heard me right, Benjamin Cole. He did not fit. You got one chance, dog. One chance. Sometimes you got one shot, one opportunity to get everything you ever wanted. And what did I do? I blew it. I fucking blew it. I blew it. So I go to scoop him. He don't fit. He turns around. Huge tail's the size of my hand, bro. Do you see how big my hand is? And if your hand's bigger than your face, you got cancer. Just saying. So if you're
I don't get it.
So you see how big my hand is? His tail was bigger than that. His tail was bigger than that, bro. Monster hands, bro. You see these hands, bro? Diamond cutter. Huh? So his tail's huge. He turns around, soaks us, bro. Turns around and he's like, oh, you motherfucker. Y'all ain't got a net big enough for me, bro. Boom! and just hit. He came up to the top of the water and he looked me right in my eye and he was like, "That's the only net you got, dude?" He looked at the net and he was like, "Bro, you need a bigger net, bro." And he looked at me and then he looked at Brandon and he was like, "This the thickest line you could buy at the store, dude?" And I was heartbroken, dude. That thing busted hey, look, bro, I knew the haters were gonna say didn't happen, bro. I knew the haters were gonna say it didn't happen. Well, I got news for you, dude. I got a picture on my Instagram. Look it up. That's my face, and I'm holding that fish. And I got a picture with him somehow before all this happened. So check the Instagram, Tyler Harth, you hater. Oh yeah. Hey, look, man. The fish got away, bro. It was one of the biggest fish of my life, dude. It was one of the biggest flounder I've ever seen in person, dude. That wasn't an it was basically an Alaskan halibut, except it was a flounder. And I'm not shitting you, dude. I'm not shitting you. I'm not shitting you. So that was a low point in my week. Bam, right there. We got skunked. All we had was bluefish on the boat. Bam. So that happened on Sunday. Monday, my luck turns around and I get on Theo Von's podcast by some fucking chance. You gotta put yourself out there, dude. If you're thinking about doing something and it has the potential to be great, dude, do it. Do it, and don't stop doing it. Don't stop doing it just because it doesn't turn out successful off the gate, dude. Everybody that's ever been great has started at the very fucking bottom, dude. Everybody that's ever been great, dude, started at the bottom, ground level. You gotta start somewhere. Stop sitting your ass on the couch thinking about great shit you can do and go out there and do it, man. Go out there and do what you're thinking about doing, man. You never know what could happen. I tell you what. Ever since, what's up, Gavin? How you doing, buddy? Ever since I started the podcast, man, I've got to meet awesome people like this guy commenting right here, Gavin, and I've got to meet new people, and I've got to get to know them on levels that you know, sometimes you don't get to know people on that level. Because, well, my phone's right here, I'll show you, but we're always like this right here. We're always like this right here, like. So you got a real person sitting beside you, or you get a dinner table full of people and everybody's just sitting there looking at their phone like, hell, man. I know people that they're on their phone and you try to talk to them and they don't even respond. They act like they can't hear what you're saying. I know people like that, man. But I've got to meet people that are awesome people that I otherwise wouldn't have met. So I'm glad that we started this podcast, because it was just an idea that I had, and I'm like, well, you know what, let's invest a little bit of money and let's do it. You know what I mean? Let's do it. And I got a website, and it's just cool, man. It's just cool that like I can relocate anywhere. All this stuff's mobile, dude. Like I got all this, like I got a GoPro here, I got a mic here, and it's all mobile, dude. Like I can go anywhere. Like there's my mic. That was a couple $100. But yeah, man, it's been definitely a blessing to me, even though it may not be the most successful thing yet, and it may not ever turn out to be successful. But I've been able to learn a lot from people, and been able to kind of open my mind up to ideas that I otherwise probably would have been closed-minded to and not even given a chance. So the podcast has been great, dude. I'm going to see Joe Rogan tonight. Joe Rogan. I'm going to see Joe Rogan. I'm going to see Joe Rogan tonight. And I'm fucking super stoked about it, dude. Rogan is a big reason why I started doing my podcast, and he's inspired me in many different ways as far as changing up my diet. I've changed up my diet to where I don't eat a lot of bread, rice, sweets, sugars, and I've lost like 15 pounds, and I hadn't lost a lot of strength in the gym either, so that's been awesome. I feel better, and that's great too. Yeah, he's inspired me in many ways, dude. I'm gonna I'm definitely gonna enjoy myself tonight, man. I can't believe I'm getting to see Joe Rogan. So we were on the way up here, and Kim Night Shyamalan said one of her friends was going to see Joe Rogan in PA, and she thought it was around that date. And I was like, well, he's definitely sold out, but let me check anyways and just see. And he had a fucking ticket. So you know your boy got 2 tickets. I'm taking Kim Night Shyamalan with me so she can experience the great and powerful Joe Rogan live. I'm so stoked, dude. Rogan is the shit. He's one of the most woke people on the planet. And if you hadn't listened to his if you're one of the 10 million people that's viewed his Elon Musk podcast on YouTube, more power to you. But if you haven't seen the Elon Musk podcast with Joe Rogan, you need to check it out. It's crazy when they talk about artificial intelligence. Taylor, I'm in Delaware, buddy. I'm not in Wilmington. And don't make me come to Nashville, because I will get you on a podcast too, homeboy. But yeah, dude, check out the Elon Musk podcast with Joe Rogan. It's crazy, dude. Artificial intelligence is scary sometimes, dude, when you think about it. He was freaking me out. He was saying how it's inevitable. Artificial intelligence is inevitable. It's gonna happen no matter if Elon Musk was here or not. It's probably gonna happen faster with Elon Musk here, but that's scary, dude. Think about it.
Who is Elon Musk?
He's the guy that invented Tesla.
Yeah, but like, what's he have to do with artificial intelligence?
Well, Teslas drive themselves. They have self-driving Teslas. That's artificial intelligence. But the thing about it is that he's digging holes in Los Angeles, and they're fucking making tunnels to cut down on traffic and drive cars through. In Los Angeles, they're digging underground tunnels to drive cars through, dude. That is crazy, man. That's crazy when you think about it. Yeah, it is smart. And those tunnels, you know how they have a bunch of earthquakes in Los Angeles, California, and whatnot? Those tunnels underneath the ground will move with the ground, dude, so they don't collapse, which is pretty insane.
How the fuck does that work?
The way they build, he might not be human. He may be an alien, dude. But the way they build these tunnels, they build them out of something that moves with the ground, dude, which is nuts. Earthquakes happen on the crust level. Most of the damage happens on that top, that epidermis, if you will. Most of the damage happens up there, so that is some Harriet Tubman shit. Yeah, that's some Underground Railroad shit, bro. Who is it?
His dad.
We got Big Daddy coming in. I'm doing a podcast. The fucking tunnel goes like this if they have an earthquake, so it's like, so it won't collapse in on the traffic and all the cars, which is crazy. And if you look up LA traffic, it's like 12 lane. Yeah, it's like 12 lanes wide, and it's at complete standstills most of the time, dude. The dude is a wizard, man. The dude's a wizard. Look up Elon Musk and all the inventions and things that he's came up with, man. We just went to the zoo, bro. We just went to the zoo, and I got 5 feet from a fucking bald eagle. We come up to the bald eagle cage. I'm not lying, bro. If I'm lying, I'm dying, right?
You're not lying.
We come up to the bald eagle cage, and the bald eagle is up in the corner of the cage. He's just hanging out, dude. He smelled true Americans when we walked up, dude. He sensed true patriots when we came up to his cage. That sumbitch jumped down off of the limb and comes, dude, his legs were as long as mine, dude. This bald eagle was 3 times the size of my child. This bald eagle could have picked my kid up and carried him for miles. I'm talking about past the Canadian lines. But he would never do that because he stays in America, because he's an American, okay? The bald eagle comes from the corner of the cave. Yeah, America.
Walked right to us.
He walked right to us. Dude, you should have. This thing had talons, bro. I'm not kidding. The talons were the size of this ink jewel, bro. The talons, dude, it was like a velociraptor with feathers, dude. And and he was literally 5 feet from me, man. And it is a huge bird. And the way they fold up their wings, dude. The way they fold their wings up, he's got that thing folded up. When he spreads it out, I'm not kidding you, dude. His wingspan is bigger than my arm span, bro. Huge fucking bird. And when we roll up, he comes right up to us and he just posts. Yeah, he had huge talons. He had huge talons. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And when we rolled up, that sucker come trotting right down to us, man. And he just hung out. And I just couldn't leave. Yeah, velociraptors with feathers, dude. And I couldn't leave because it was so majestic. But I'll tell you this, I'm gonna keep it real right now on this podcast number 30, Hunt for Greatness podcast number 30. Let me take a swig of my water, dude, because this is serious. I'm not playing. I'm really not playing. This bald eagle was in a cage probably the size of my mom and dad's house. And it made me sad, dude, because he can't fly. He can't fly, like really fly in that cage, dude. And that makes me sad, man, that we have a majestic creature like a bald eagle in a cage the size of a human 4-bedroom home and expect it to be happy in there, dude. That's crazy to me, man. Like, they have monkeys in these real tiny cages that just... See, I don't get that feeling as much when I go to the Asheboro Zoo. There's a zoo in Asheboro in North Carolina, and it's huge. And the animal cages are huge, too, right? And I don't get, like, a sad feeling for those animals because they have a... I mean, yeah, it's not their natural habitat, but it's as close as humanly possible as we can get to their natural habitat. So I don't get that sad feeling. But when I go to those small zoos, man, I go to small zoos and it makes me sad for these animals, man, because they really can't, no pun intended, they can't spread their wings and fly, man. Oh yeah. Oh, Zach Creamer, that's the greatest comment ever. My buddy Zach Creamer just said, vote for Alexander William Hunt for narrating Planet Earth's America edition. That is a great comment, and you know what? We're gonna do a video like that for the YouTube channel. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Planet Earth's America edition. You damn right, dude. Having a bald eagle locked up in a cage should be a fucking crime, dude. That should be a crime. Anyway, it made me sad. He was looking, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. If there was a door that I could have reached down and just kicked the latch up on it, dude, I promise you, I would have done it. I would have released that bald eagle right then and there, dude. And I would have hoped that he wouldn't have picked my kid up and tried to take him to Canada from here, dude. But like we all know, bald eagles are like boomerangs, dude. When you let them go, they always come back. And his beak was shaped like this, dude. His beak was like, that downward hawk's bill type of beak, dude. And it was just that is a big ass bird, dude. If that bird wanted to rip you to shreds, dude, it would have no problem doing an Alfred Hitchcock on your ass, bro. That bird ain't no joke, dude. A bald eagle. When we walked into the zoo, there was fucking condors, bro. There was it was like a huge fucking condor, dude. And dude, the wingspan was 8 feet 8 inches, bro. And he was posted up and he was bowing up. I thought he was bowing up on me, man. I thought he was like trying to bow up on me when I came up into the zoo, but he was bowing up on my kid, bro. So I had to tell my kid, I'm like, yo, that fucking vulture's bowing up on you, dude. I said, son, that vulture's bowing up on you. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about that vulture bowing up on you, man? And my son said, in baby language, he was like, I'm translating baby language. He was like, what the fuck you bowing up on me for, son? And then that vulture was like, oh man, I ain't trying to fuck with this kid, bro. And I'm just translating vulture. I'm a trilingual dude. I know English, I know vulture, and I know infant languages, dude. I'm trilingual and I'm amphibious too, so when I get back to North Carolina, I'll be able to help some people if there's water. I ain't land bound, bro. I can swim. I can swim, and I got a John boat, and it runs good. It runs good. That's a great comment. My man said Kenny Powers would have rode out of there on a Vespa with a sidecar with that eagle right next to him. You let me down. Kenny Powers is actually my spirit animal, dude. I love Kenny Powers, dude. That's a badass dude, man. The Phillies got a dude in the lineup. I think he hits like number 4. He looks like a Mexican Kenny Powers, dude. Like if Kenny Powers was a little more fit and talented, that guy on the Phillies looked like Kenny Powers, dude. Look him up. You look at the Phillies starting lineup, you're gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Mexican dude with the Jerry curl, dude. It looks like Jerry curl and a goatee. Looks like Kenny Powers, dude. I said name your boat the panty dropper. I might name my boat Duck Me Dry. I might name my boat Duck Me Stupid. Duck Me Stupid. That's what I might name my boat, okay?
Dad was out there laughing at you.
Was he about the bald eagle?
Yeah.
Kim's dad's awesome. Kim's dad, Kim Night Shyamalan. Here, let me show her to y'all. She's over there doing work. Oh yeah, let me show you to the GoPro for the website. Oh yeah, that's Kim Night Shyamalan, y'all. That's my baby mama. Don't even think about it. So, Kim's dad was a state trooper for 30 years or something.
Over 30.
Over 30 years, that man was
I think.
that man was a state trooper. Zach Kramer, you're coming in clutch with these fucking comments, bro. Zach Kramer said, "Name my boat the Chum Dumpster." That is a great name for a boat. I just spit on myself, bro. That's a great name, the Chum Dumpster. I like it, dude. He's coming through clutch with these. We're live on Facebook. Anybody who's listening, we're live on Facebook and we're reading comments. Yeah, the fucking vulture was trying to bow up on my kid, dude, but he bitched him down. My kid bitched that vulture down, bro. That wildlife don't scare my young, and he says, "Hey," to every piece. If it was a lion or a leopard, my kid would be like, "Hey," and then whenever we leave, he'd be like, "Bye bye, lion." He don't give a fuck, bro. My kid don't give a shit what that animal. My kid don't discriminate against animals, dude. It don't matter what kind of animal it is. He's saying hey and bye to that animal. My kid shows that animal respect, so I expect that animal to show my child respect. And I don't appreciate that vulture bowing up on my child as soon as we walk in the door of the zoo. I don't appreciate you, vulture. Condor. I don't appreciate that. Okay? Hold on, let's see. Let me read this comment. I gotta click this button to see more on this comment. Hold on. It ain't letting me, dude.
You want me to look?
Yeah, I see it. Hold on. It says see more and it keeps... I'm trying to click this little tiny button right here. It won't let me see more on your comment, dude.
On who?
The very last comment, Taylor Phillips. It just...
Oh, it won't let me either.
Why? What Billy? Do you see a comment by Billy Bullard up there anywhere? Because he's asking me about a comment by Billy Bullard, but I can't see it. Do you see a comment by Billy Bullard up there? It's like some Black Mirror shit, dude. When you're live on Facebook and somebody else pulls up your live feed on Facebook. Okay, thanks for that. Appreciate that. We're sitting right beside each other and you're going to cuss me. Thank you. Can you see Billy Bullard's comment? Can you hear yourself laughing like Franz Gretchen? She laughs like Franz Gresher. Ask Billy about standing on the beach. Oh, Billy was standing on the beach today? Go and stay out there for a little bit, Billy, and tell me how that works out for you, dude. Oh, he's gonna live feed the... Oh, shit, here we go. It won't let me see more on your comment, dude. I don't understand why. Like, my fingers are too fat to hit the see more button, dude. I need a fucking stylus. It won't let me, dude. As long as the time frame of the storm falls within the time frame of the curfew, I'll be there. Damn, okay, well. Hopefully I'll get a notification about that you're not dead, buddy.
Who? Someone's on the stand?
Dude I went to high school with.
Stand where?
On the beach while the hurricane's coming.
Cool.
I'm trying to see that.
R.I.P.
I'd like to Kim Night Shyamalan said bye, R.I.P. So fucking good luck, Billy. we
We'll
hope
miss
you.
ya.
We're gonna miss you, Billy. I hope everything works out for you out there, bud. You know what they say, buddy. Don't bring sand to the beach. And you also know what they say. Boys will be boys, Billy. Boys will be boys. Boardwalk might be worse, bruh. That's what happens when you have a hurricane coming to North Carolina, dude. You gonna get some old redneck motherfuckers like Billy Bullard standing on the beach, bruh. And WRAL ain't got shit on you, bruh. Hey, my man Greg Fishel ain't got shit on you, Billy Bullard. You hear me? Do you hear me? And if you're listening to any other weatherman but Greg Fishel and Billy Bullard, then fuck you. Because that's not even fair. That's not even fair to yourself to listen to any other weatherman but Billy Bullard, Jim Cantor, and Greg Fishel. Okay? But yeah, I also want to know. Oh, I didn't get to do a podcast on 9/11, so that sucks because we were in a state of panic where I was from, where I was at, and I just want to thank everybody that ran toward the danger on 9/11. Like,
we did see
you are
people driving.
You are the heroes. You are the heroes. The people that ran towards the danger 9/11. That's what the fuck we do in America, dude. You think that fucking bald eagle in the cage out there, you think he'd have fucking flew away? Hell no. Hell no. So all the first responders, 9/11, the people that are still here, the people that died, the families of the people that died, our thoughts go out to you, man. Our thoughts go out to you, and I won't ever forget that. As long as I live, I will never forget 9/11, dude. It was terrifying, dude. I remember, and this ain't a joke, dude. I was at snack time, dude. We had snack time in my elementary school when 9/11 happened, and what was it? 2001, right? So I was 11 years old.
You were in 5th.
Yeah, I don't know what grade I was in.
You had to have been 5th if I was in 8th.
Kim Night Shyamalan saying I was in 5th grade, so we're gonna go with that. But so I was in 5th grade, and I remember seeing the look on my teacher just went white, dude. Okay. Taylor says I was in 6th grade. Maybe I was in 6th grade, but we had
yeah, 6.
I'm just going by what Kim says, dude. I was 11 years old. I was born in 1990, and it happened in 01, so that's 11, right? So I was 11 years old, and I remember when the plane hit, dude, my teacher's face just went white, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her? And she's like, all right, kids, go back to the class. They cut our snack time short, so I was fucking pissed, right? So we get back to the classroom. They let us take our snacks back to the classroom. I thought it was a school shooting or something. And so we get back to the classroom, and I remember another teacher coming in and saying, another plane just hit. And I remember thinking like, wait, what? And she explained to the class what was going on, and I was like, hold on, the World Trade Center? I've been to the top of the World Trade Center. So I went to New York when I was a little kid, before me turning 11, and we went to the top of the World Trade Center. There used to be a restaurant up there called On Top of the World or something like that. On Top of the World Trade Center. It was something of that nature. Anyway, we went up there and we looked, through the little binocular thing. So I knew what she was talking about when she said a plane has hit the World Trade Center. But when we found out another one hit, and then everybody was like, it's a terrorist attack, that was scary, dude. And I won't ever forget feeling scared like that, being a scared little kid. And then we got people that go towards that danger and fight and help save people and pull people out, dude. And that's what America's all about, and that's what we're gonna do in North Carolina when this shit gets through. We're gonna help each other, we're gonna pull each other up, and we're gonna rebuild what we need to rebuild. And I can say that in full 100% confidence because I know that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. So, anyways, shout out to 9/11. Anybody involved, which the whole country was involved, but anybody that died and served in that. Yeah, the McGregor-Khabib fight's coming up. I think it's October 7th. I'm excited to see how that's going to play out, dude. I'm excited to see how that's going to play out. It's, yeah. Well, look, if you go down to the beach, my buddy's talking about going down to the beach. I'll bring you in on this live feed if you're down, if you get down there before I end this thing. What time's the curfew? There's a curfew. You're at Myrtle Beach. I think there's a curfew maybe. Trying to figure out what time's that curfew. Taylor, why you trying to put this man's life in danger, bro? Curfew's at 7. Oh wow. And I think that's Myrtle Beach he's talking about. They're evacuating people. They got a curfew where you got to be inside by a certain time. I've heard emergency responders aren't going to be really providing service because they're going to be kind of flooded out. But the Khabib McGregor fight, I need to know y'all's opinions on that. I need to know because I need to be able to bet some money on this thing without losing a dollar. Okay, and I really like Khabib and I really like McGregor, but I really love McGregor. Okay, I love how McGregor talks shit. I love how he's a southpaw. I love how he's Irish and he don't give a flying 747 fuck about what anybody thinks, and I like it. And I like that he. And I'll be completely honest with you right now. I'm not gonna act like I'm above it like everybody else. That excites me that he threw a hand truck through a bus window. Okay, I knew McGregor didn't have no class. Everybody knew he had zero class when we met Conor McGregor. And did it really surprise you that he threw a fucking dolly through a bus window? Hell no. I'm glad he threw the fucking dolly through the bus window because I want to see two dudes get in the octagon and try to fucking rip each other apart. And that's what's going to happen in this fight. Either McGregor's going to catch that dude coming in trying to take him down, or Khabib is going to maul that motherfucker. So we don't really know what's going to happen. I want y'all's opinions on the McGregor-Khabib fight. It's going to be a huge fucking fight. I wish it was taking place in Russia, but it's not. Also, I think Ferguson's fighting co-main event. Tony Ferguson and God damn it, I can't remember who's fight. Also, we got Nate Diaz, Dustin Poirier fight coming up. That's gonna be a banger. But I want to know what y'all's thoughts are on the Conor McGregor-Khabib fight, because that shit is gonna be nuts, dude. We will be buying that one. I don't much care if it's $3,000. We're getting it. Yeah. So, I want to talk about this book I just finished reading, and then we're probably gonna wrap it up. But I need to wet my wuss. So I just finished this book called y'all are cracking me up with these comments, man. I just finished this book called Guns, Germs, and Steel, and it's about the fates of human societies, right? And it's about how certain areas became more technologically advanced than other areas, and they conquered the areas next to them, and they assimilated, and they got inventions and innovations from other areas. But what played a big role in it was having horses, dude. If you had a horse back in the day, bro, that would be like you're the only nation with a fucking tank, dude. So having a horse back then, if you had a horse back then, dude, that was like a tank. That was like a horse back then, dude, was like an ancient war tank, bro. If you had a horse, you had a leg up on everybody, dude. You could just run by gallivant on your horse and you can just slay motherfuckers with your sword, dude. Or you can do drive-bys with arrows, dude. 187 on a motherfucking night, bro. If you had a horse, you had a big advantage, dude. And it's just crazy. they were like the tanks of ancient war. And if you had horses in battle, you had a huge advantage that other cultures didn't. So that was one thing that played a part in the what nations technologically advanced and what nations didn't, man. And then domesticated animals played a huge part because we all used to be hunter-gatherers, right? We all used to be hunter-gatherers, and we were like nomadic tribes and shit, dude. And we used to like pick up and move around a lot. We never really rooted down in one area. And us domesticating animals, it allowed us to kind of put our roots in an area and build up. And it kept us from having to hunt all day long, 24/7. Because if you're hunting all day long, then you don't have time to invent shit, and you don't have time to do anything to better your civilization if all you're doing is hunting and gathering all day long. You're just trying to survive, dude. So domesticating animals had a big impact on technological advancement, and it had a big impact on which nations had time to start inventing things like fucking guns and things that allowed them to conquer other societies, dude. So it was an interesting book, man, and it also showed how technological advancement and you know, these things that spread in bettered society, they spread in east-west. Because if you're growing, say you're growing sweet potatoes over here, if you're growing sweet potatoes over here, you're gonna have a hard time growing them up here where it's a lot colder. But if you're growing sweet potatoes over here, you can probably grow them over here. And I'm talking geographically on a map. So geographically, technology spread and innovation spread more this way. That's why Eurasia and the Fertile Crescent and those areas, they became way more technologically advanced way more quickly than most other areas, dude. And it was an interesting book, man. It's called Guns, Germs, and Steel. And it was really interesting, dude. And it talked a lot about maybe like germs and things like that we got from livestock. And so Christopher Columbus, when he came to North America, they spread their germs to the Native Americans, and that's what killed off a lot of them. Yeah, we slaughtered them and had better weapons than they had. Hey, dude. My little boy just got up, so we finna end this thing here in a minute.
Say hi.
You say hey? Facebook Live podcast?
Can you say hi? Wave and say hi.
Oh.
Say hey.
You're so cute.
Say hey.
Hey.
Hey. All right, say bye-bye.
You say
Can
bye-bye?
you blow kisses? Mwah. Say bye-bye, blow kisses.
Oh.
Good job, Maddox.
And if you think for 1 second that Condor was about to put one mark on that child, you got him fucked up. You got him fucked up, son. But yeah, it was a great book. He wants to get back on there. What are you talking about? But we finna end this thing, dude. Oh yeah, he's a little hunter-gatherer boy. You know his last name, baby. But we about to wrap this thing up. I just wanted to do an interactive podcast. Thank you everybody who interacted and commented. Thanks Taylor and Zach, and just thanks for making me laugh, dude. You guys make me laugh, man. I can't wait on Billy, dude. I gotta go take care of my youngin', son. I'm gonna go back live though, dude. I'm gonna go back live probably in a couple of days. Hopefully I'll find a couple people up here that want to do a couple podcasts, dude, and that'll be dope. Taylor, I'll have you on here soon. I'm gonna make it happen. You let me know what I need to do. We're gonna fucking make it happen, bro. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening on my website. This is my first solo podcast, but not really solo.
You did great.
Not really solo because I had Kim Night Shyamalan on, but it was close to being solo. But yeah, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll be back soon. This is episode number 30, Hunt for Greatness podcast. My website is huntforgreatness.com. Huntforgreatnesspodcast.com. The number 4. Yeah, I want you to get on here too, Zach. I want you to I want you to come back, dude. I want you to get on the podcast. I want to hear about your job and everything, and you be safe too during the storm. But yeah, check out my website, I put links on the live feed. Just check it out. If you donate a couple dollars to the GoFundMe, I'll send you some stickers. So if you do that, make sure you send me your address or get in touch with me so I can come meet you and give you some. I got some really sick stickers. I'll have t-shirts and hoodies coming soon for the cold season to keep you little thunder babies warm, keep you little muskrats warm during the winter. Oh yeah, and you know you want to be rocking that logo whenever it gets chilly outside. But I'll be back soon, and yeah, signing out. Biatch.